Hi, Jeff.
A very good afternoon to all our viewers. I think Rugby returns to Kandy Sports Club for the second run for the first time this round. Interesting atmosphere prevailing here at Nittawela as well. Expect the crowd to gradually increase, but we have a match up on our hands. Kandy Sports Club hosting CHN FC. It's always supposed to be a very tight contest, but based on how CH have played in the last 8 or 9 weeks, I think this is going to be a one-way game for Kandy Sports Club.
Definitely basing on that CH, of course, not having their best of leagues there. Look on the bottom side of the table, but Kandy on the other end, they're looking formidable in tough, really strong in the line and also in the pack. But talking about today's conditions, would it favor CHN FC, who are more strong in their forward pack?
Not really. See, both teams have a good backline, but just that Kandy have the X factor in their backline. They've been proven to be one of the best backline combinations. Tharindra Ratwath also playing a very key, vital role in this combination, but expect to be they're having a huge turnaround in both backlines, both at Kandy as well as in CH. And we'll come back to that later, but at the moment, conditions looking very good for free-flowing rugby. Hopefully the players can live up to that expectation.
Definitely, but if you take a look at the wind speed in Chao, it's 18 kilometers an hour. That's quite a lot when it comes to rugby terms. 28 degrees, a bit hot. It can go down to 26, not a big difference, but that's where the change will be made. The 18 kilometers per hour wind blowing towards the west. So kickers, especially Samuel Madhuwantha, Tharindra Ratwath, they'll all have to be really mindful about the kicking, but both very able kickers.
I think both Ratwath and Madhuwantha need no introduction to this soil. Nittawela is where they played most of their schools rugby. Samuel Madhuwantha coming in from St. Anthony's, and Ratwath played his schools rugby here in Kandy. So shouldn't be a problem. I think we are up for one of the most exciting contest. It's too early to underestimate CHN FC as well, especially when they come to Kandy. I think they've been a formidable force early as well.
Definitely. So a lot to look up for in Shaf. The battle of the brothers Roshan and Gayan, and also the changes in both teams, and especially the omission in CHN FC with their skipper. But we'll talk about that later, and you can catch us after this commercial break with live action. So stay locked to ThePapare.com.
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහැනේ.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම් සිදු.
අලු සීට් ටිකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan? කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/thepapare.
මේ ක්‍රීඩාංගනවල ගහකොළ තනකොළයක් පවා බලන් ඉන්නේ අපි එනකම්. පිටියේ සිදුවෙන පුංචිම පුංචි තොරතුරේ ඉඳන් පිටියෙන් පිටත සිදුවෙන දේ දක්වාම රටට පෙන්වන්න අපි කැපවෙන නිසා. මේක ක්‍රීඩාව ගැන ගැඹුරින්ම තියෙන ආදරයක්. එක වෙලාවකට පිස්සුවක්. ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාවේ ඉඳන් මලල ක්‍රීඩා දක්වා ඕනෑම ක්‍රීඩාවක්. පාසල් මට්ටමේ ඉඳන් ජාත්‍යන්තරය දක්වා ඕනෑම මට්ටමක් අපි තරණය කරන්නේ හදවතින්. මව්බිම වෙනුවෙන් තරුණ දහදිය පිටිය සිඹිද්දී ඒ අත්දැකීම් ඔබට සමීප කරන අපේ දහදියත් පිටිය මත වැටුණා. ඔබේ හදවතට විජයග්‍රාහී හැඟීම් අරගෙන එන්න, මව්බිමට ධනාත්මක බලාපොරොත්තු ඇති කරන්න ඕනෑම දුරක් යන්න අපි සූදානම්. උස්මිතිකම් භාෂාමය බාධා බිඳ දමලා ඕනෑම සමාජ මාධ්‍යයක් හරහා ක්‍රීඩාව රසවිඳින ක්‍රීඩාලෝලී හමුදාවක් අපි හැදුවේ ලක්මවගේ අනාගතය වෙනුවෙන්. ලක්මව ජාත්‍යන්තර ජයග්‍රහණ වලින් සැරසෙද්දී ඔබේ පාසල් මව ක්‍රීඩා සමාජය ජයග්‍රහණ සමරද්දීත් අපි ඔබ එක්ක හිටියා. මේ අපේ රටේ ක්‍රීඩාවේ සාඩම්බරය, ක්‍රීඩාවේ පෙරගමන, ඒ ජයග්‍රාහී හැඟීම ඔබේම හැඟීමක් කරන ThePapare.com. ThePapare.com ක්‍රීඩාවට හදවතින්.
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්? 5කින්
Welcome back to live action. You're on ThePapare.com and this is the 9th week action. The first match at Nittawela between Kandy Sports Club and CH and FC. Joining me in commentary, Shaf Kafur. Predictions of today.
Tough to call, but based on how Kandy has been playing for the last few weeks, I think it's going to be a one-side story. Kandy should be winning it by 30 plus because we saw how explosive they were at Air Force. Based on in the first half, it was a tough playing condition, but in the second half, I think they got their game together. Parvinder Rathwat playing a very crucial role in that win against Air Force.
Definitely, and talking about the past games, there were two games that carried out yesterday and day before. So Air Force hosted Army Sports Club at Ratmalana, but Army of course got the better of the Army in 28-13. That game in favor of the soldiers. And yesterday at Longdon Place, CRNFC going on to retain the Matthews Trophy, winning the second match in the second round 30 points to 17 after beating Havelock Sports Club in a really convincing way. They clinched the Matthews Trophy as well and showed what they can really do and how they've prepared and developed themselves from the first round. But coming today is going to be a tough battle for the unbeaten team because talking about their performance in the first round in Chaf, CH gave them a fright in that first 20 minutes.
I think CH scored their first try as well in the first few minutes, but then see that's what comes on to see in terms of experience because Kandy Sports Club very composed. They did not take any rash decisions in that game. They had their game plan set and then they executed that, and then at the end of the day they ended up victorious, and that's why they deserve to be on that number one spot in that points table.
Definitely. Before we go into how the first round game fared. Let's take a look at the points table. Kandy Sports Club sitting there on top pretty nicely. Played 8, won 8 with a total of 46 points and 6 bonus points from the 8 games that they've played. CR moves up to second place ahead of Police Sports Club until yesterday when they beat Havelock Sports Club. They played 9, won 7, lost 2, one against Kandy and the other against Havelock Sports Club, and they stand at 38 points. Police Sports Club trailing on third place with 35 points, but look at the bonus points in Shaf. They have 7 out of 8 games. That's pretty impressive. They have a game today against Navy, and I think they could do the same there. But Havelock Sports Club, after losing yesterday, they've gone down to 4th place and they stand at 34 points and the bottom 4 at the table.
Of course, don't forget to look at Navy Sports Club as well. Look at the bonus points. That shows the indication of how close their losses have been. It's got 2 wins up their sleeve, but those bonus points speak a lot of volume. And mind you, former national skipper also will be making his return in Navy colours. Josh Rajapaksa set to return for the Sailors today against Police, but that's the encounter also on ThePapare.com at Police Park. That's also currently underway. In the meantime, the battle today. But before we come to that, let's take a look at how the top try and point scorers have been. This man has been unstoppable from the start of this Dialog Rugby League.
Definitely, he's piling up with the tries yesterday as well, scoring 2 and coming up to a total of 10 in just 9 weeks. That's an average of 1 try a game in Shaf. He's pretty on great form, while Tarinder Ratwata has come ahead of Riza Mubarak with a total of 63 points after 9 weeks. The man who was formerly at CR but now coming back to his hometown in Kandy and playing in a different position at centre, he's been quite impressive.
I think the question last year for Kandy was who can replace Gayan Veeratna. Gayan Veeratna had that number 12 jersey under his name, but then this year has been an eye-opener for the Kandy Sports Club side. Fazil Marja, I think, has found his ideal replacement. Ratwata used to be playing 10 at CRNFC, but I think he's fitted very well into that playmaker role at number 12 in the absence of Danush Karanjan at 13. I think he's manipulated that side very well.
Definitely, the way he's groomed himself to become a brilliant number 12 is quite impressive. In Shaf, from being number 10 to number 12, the transition is quite really good. But talking about other matches today, Police Sports Club will host Navy Sports Club at Police Park. You can catch the live action on ThePapare.com, of course. Police with, in my opinion, one of the best backlines in the league so far. And now we can take a look at how these two teams last met in the first round at Racecourse, where CH quite surprisingly was in the lead in that first 20 minutes. They went on to score a try and maintain an 8-point lead, but then unleashed themselves the backline of Kandy Sports Club.
I think Kandy waited for their moments. They picked their battles, and that's exactly how things happened. Danush Dan, Jason Disanayaka, as well as Buddhima Peratna had one of their best games that weekend. And Tarinder Ratwata slowly but surely stamping his dominance in that Kandy side as well as in the Dialog Rugby League. This was this peach of a try that Buddhima Peratna scored with that long cutout pass to him. I think he's been on fire ever since he wore that Kandy jersey.
Definitely moving from Valisara to Kandy was a big change for Buddhima Peratna, but he just showed what true class is. Adapted well, but this man, Tarinder Ratwata, the top point scorer, never failed at that number 12 position. Scoring tries, converting the kicks, creating opportunities.
I think he scored 2 in that game and then scored the other third try he scored at Air Force. But what's more important is that play revolves around Ratwata, and that's the key factor for Kandy, because last year they were lacking that playmaker in that side, and now I think Ratwata has gelled very well, and credit should go also to Buna Gudangamo. I think wonderful season he's been had, and he's been in the back of that scrum. There you go, that's what you call, what you talk when it comes to Buna Gudangamo, one of the best number 8s in the country, and undoubtedly is expected to play a major role in this game today.
Definitely Buna Gudangamo, one of the key players for Kandy Sports Club. He's been really instrumental in that number 8 position, fondly known as the bulldozing Bua in Shaf. He can definitely bulldoze through any defense line for sure, undoubtedly. But taking a look at the team cards, Kandy Sports Club has Ganuka Disanayaka, Damit Disanayaka and Lasitha Attanagoda, who has quite impressively made it to the starting lineup. Lasitha Attanagoda, often we used to see him come off the bench, but now of course he's made it a habit to make it to the starting 15. So that will compile their front row. Suhiru Anthony and Tilna Bandara, experienced players. Tilna Bandara as well, he has promoted himself to come into the starting lineup. Tanu Chaturanga, Jason Disanak and Bhuwana Gudangamo will compile that forward pack.
Taking a look at the backs, Roshan Veeraratne, reliable Veeraratne starts at half-back. But interestingly, Lakshya Ranavira has been given the head start at fly half since Nigel Ratwat is out due to injury. Buddhima Peratna, Tanendra Ratwat and Lavanga Pera combining in that midfield. Kavinda Pera, Danush Dan also combining for Canada. Taking a look at the replacements, also very strong replacements. Charles Praveen, Yakub Ali, Sasika Jayawardena makes his comeback. Diluksha Dange, Ashan, Shabir, Sinatsure Bandara and Chamika Ranasinghe Chamika Pera will be the replacements. But in the meantime, taking a look at the CH team lineup, Yusran, quite a bit of new names in the CH team.
Yes, Satya, Ranatunga Prasad, Madhusanka and Dushman Priyadarshana. There's no new name there. That's a top class front row. Although they've been having these names, they're not able to capitalize and make the best out of their team. But we'll come back later to that as Dimitri Vijayatunga, Shehan Dias, Matisha Sarat Chandra, Sudarshana Mututantri and Chatura Dilshan will combine to make that 8. This forward pack is one of the best in the country. But unfortunately for them, they've not been able to come up and perform to their best.
Take a look at the starting 8. Like you said, take a look at the national cap. Satyanath Tunga, Prasad Madhusanka, Priyadarshana, Vijayatunga, Dias, Mututantri. Just Sarat Chandra and Dilshan, the newbies through the segment. But going back to the changes in the combinations, skipper Rohit Rajapaksa has opted to start from the bench today. That means that they are bringing in Samuel Madhuwanta at fly half, and in the meantime I think coach Vaipa Gunaratne has gone for a very bold decision to bring in Suhail Wasim at starting scrum half.
That's a bold move, like you stated. Suhail Wasim just finished his school career at St. Anthony's College, and now he'll be representing CHNFC, coming back to Nittawela, his first game. So he'll have to be quite mindful because his opposition is a very, very extremely well-groomed halfback, Roshan Veeraratne, and then we have Anuradha Herath, Gayan Veeraratne. So this was the battle I was talking about, the battle of the Veeraratne brothers, Gayan and Roshan. And incidentally, this will be Gayan's first game away from Kandy Sports Club, representing a different club at Nittawela. So he'll have to be really mindful about how he plays here, and he'll have that pressure as well on his shoulders. Hiranta Pera makes it to starting lineup alongside Chamra Dabare and the newbie, like you stated, Hirusha Sampath, who will be playing at fullback instead of Samuel Madhuwanta, who moved to the fly-half position.
I think Sampath started off his game, his Dialog Rugby League career at the Police game, did not have the best of starts as a club player, had to be taken out due to a concussion injury. But second time's a charm, they say sometimes. So let's see if Sampath can make a difference at home soil. In the meantime, Kalindu Karyavasam, Shenuka, Lankesh, Rohit Rajapaksa, Pulas Disanaga, Nivanka Prasad, Rizwan Mohammed and Nishan Pera taking the option to start from the bench this time. Let's see if Siranta Pera can live up to expectations.
Definitely, and quite surprised why Nishan Pereira and Nivanka Prasad are on the bench. Very able players, national caps. They can make a difference, but however, that's the team that will be starting for CHNFC. Interestingly,
Gayan Veeraratne, I think he's won trophy, all the trophies on offer for Kandy Sports Club in the past few years. You name it, he's won everything. The Mercantile Sevens, the Club Sevens, the League, the Knockout, staying unbeaten. And I think it should be emotional for him to make a comeback to his own home turf. And let's see what he has to offer at Nittawela.
Definitely, it would reminisce a lot of memories, past memories, especially playing alongside legendary players like Fazil Marja in number 10, and then coming to CH and playing with the fairly new players. He adapted well, I think, in terms of how CH has been performing. But nevertheless, both teams now walking onto the pitch for the introduction.
CHNFC sporting their traditional red stripes. Skipper Rajapaksa opting to start from the bench, giving space for Madhuwanta. Madhuwanta was last year's top point scorer. Just this year he had been sidelined due to injury. So he has not been his usual form, Yusran. He was the playmaker-oriented player for CHNFC. If I could recall correctly, he got a standing ovation at Kandy Sports Club. Also, usually away players are not treated in that same manner. But Samuel Madhuvanth is a special guy. Hopefully, this should be his revival in the next few matches.
Definitely. The fact that he couldn't come up to his best performance this year is another reason why CH stands there at 7th place. But like you said, if he's able to pull off a good performance today and find his usual rhythm, CHNFC might as well be a definite threat to Kandy here at their home park. The match officials for today, Dilum Dishana will officiate this game, while Priyantha Gunaratna and Ravin Alexander will assist him from the touchline. So they are quite experienced, but the match official, he's a newbie and he'll definitely want to have a good game. He's been quite impressive in the past few weeks of the Dialog Rugby League, but today under a lot of pressure, a lot of Kandy fans pressure, he'll have a lot.
You can't say like that, Yusran. I think that's what you sign up for when you become a referee. But then Dilum Deshan, the new bunch of referees, Jamaldeen, Isuru Butik, as well as referees like Gihan Nittawela have done extremely well. And I think credit should go for them for them being accustomed to that playing pattern of this Dialog Rugby League.
No matter what you say, Insaf, playing in Kandy and officiating match in Kandy is totally different than playing a match at Colombo and a different venue, because the passion and the crowd,
I think the
Kandy fan show is just quite indescribable.
Duty is going to be a tough.
Definitely, we all know that.
ThePapare.com bringing you live pictures from this Dialog Rugby League.
In the meantime, in the Sydney Sevens tournament, Insaf, Fiji just holding on with a 2-point lead against Russia against South Africa in the final with just a little under 2 minutes remaining. So we're all set, just few moments away from kickoff. Samuel Madhuvanth will kickstart the game from right to left. There's a nice goldish ray of sunshine down in the back. Good high hanging kick by Madhuvanth. Collected cleanly there by Jason Disanayaka. Slowing things down now from the first move. Kandy Sports Club trying to set things up. Veera Ratna to Lakshita Ranavira. They're playing in close quarters, trying to set things up first before they could clear the ball. Opting to go in the blind side now. Buddhima Piyaratna, he has space in front of him, cuts back inside. Good move for him. He has Veeraratna on the inside but opts to go on his own. Gets caught in a heavy traffic. Should have passed in that first instant. And offside clearly. Sudarshan Mututandri. Momentum with Kandy, of course. Now the forwards showing what they can do. Ganuga Disanayaka carrying the ball forward, trying to barge through. Still not even a minute on the clock, and Kandy trying to breach this defense line. Dhanush Dayan, Thanindu Chaturanga rather, in the wing. Joins the line. Roshan to Attanagoda.
Advantage over.
And now from the base, Tilna Bandara. Buona Gudangamo knocks it back, so play on, but Lakshita Ranavira.
Disappointing from Buddhima Piyaratna. He saw the opportunity. There was Roshan Veeratna on a wonderful assisting line. Yusam, we saw the intention. I think intention from Kandy is right, because they want to make a solid opening statement. That's exactly what happened in the opening few minutes of the Havelock game as well. But take a look at that wonderful run, wonderful ball to Buddhima Piyaratna. Cuts inside. Roshan Veeratna right onto his left. Could have passed. Instead, Buddhima Piyaratna goes right into contact.
It's not like Roshan wasn't asking for the ball in Chav. You could hear him screaming up here in the media box. But Buddhima Piyaratna just not able to find his man.
I think Kandy would have been 7 points up by now.
Definitely. With the momentum and the quality they have, they would have been under the post for sure. And Fiji has wrapped up the Sydney Sevens and emerged champions there.
First title for them in this World Series. Have been a little bit left down in the first 3 series so far, but then I think with the Olympics coming up, I think Fiji are peaking at the right time.
Definitely they'll hope to continue this streak at US as well. But coming back here, Roshan Finds Buddhima once again, but not a good pass. Goes straight to the touchline, so early nerves from the Kandy backline as well. But
Taking a look at there you go. I think intention was right. Just that Buddhima Piratna and Roshan Viratna could not get that right. But I think what Kandy wants to do here is to penetrate the CH defense and take those early points like they do. I think we've seen this happening day in, day out, even at the CR and FC game, the first game of this year. They want to get their scores up in the very few minutes. So that could give them a advantage mentally as well over CH and FC.
definitely. And we also know that Kandy playing at Nittawela is a totally different side from playing in Colombo. This is their home turf and they always make sure to notify other teams that this is their place. Forming a rolling maul now.
I think the fans also notify that this is Kandy's hometown before the players.
CH and FC now with an opportunity to get out of jail. Gayan Viratna with his first carry. Goes straight.
Number 19, release.
Trying to steal that ball. Referee says let go of it. Now the forwards. Good tackle on him by Tarin Chaturanga.
Play on.
Good contest in the ruck as well. Numbers. But now once again trying to go through that line under the Herat.
Number 11.
He snatches the ball from the back of that ruck, but referee deems it illegal.
Anurag here at that time. This is what Kandy were playing for. They were waiting for the infringement and they won the infringement. And to take a look at that, CH and FC could have opted to clear themselves. I think playing, if you have a backline of Kandy, I think it's fair enough to say that you can play it from your own 22. But with CH and FC, it would have been ideal to clear their lines and then play it from their half.
Definitely. At first I thought that Gayan Viratna was going to have a crash ball and then set things up and then clear later on. But they opted to run on their own. By the looks of it, Samuel Madhuwanta. Not Samuel Madhuwanta.
We come back to that. In the meantime, Yusran, Dialog View app is now on the Google Play Store as well as the App Store, so you could watch all those wonderful moments from the Dialog Rugby League, Schools Rugby League, whatever you call it, as well as other entertainment items on the View app. So all you need to do is download the app from the Play Store or the Google, in fact, the Apple Store, and mind you, no data charges.
Definitely, I use it on my own itself, and I think it's quite really convenient for all of us. So make sure you download the View app. You can watch all these games live with no data charges. How good is that? But now can we have a chance to get first points on board with a 3-pointer?
I think confidence is there with Kandy to not go for the 3 points. It was a line knock on, so I expect Kandy to use one of their set pieces like they've done day in, day out in this Dialog Rugby League.
Their moves from the set pieces have been really amazing to watch, especially when Tarinder Atwata puts in that inside pass to his center, Lavanga Pereira, who runs a brilliant angle.
I like to see Lakshit Ranavira getting a lot of game time because he's finally got his call up.
He's filling really big boots in Chaf. Nigel Ratwata, Fazil Marija. He's filling those boots and he'll have to be quite impressive if he wants to stay and make sure he comes back into the starting lineup.
I think Coach Marija has always given, has that faith in his youngsters. Heshan Jensen has started a few games as halfback, then Lakshit Ranavira, then the replacements in the form of Mohammad Shabir, Tilna Bandar. I think that's going to be the future of Kandy Sports Club going on.
Crouch.
Definitely, and that's the way you build a championship club.
Right.
Roshan Veeraratne with the put-in.
Set. Steady, steady. You.
Waits for it.
Break.
Tries to assist the referee with an infringement.
Straight in. Okay. Abdullah on the back. Last Tony. Okay. Body position open shoulder. Open shoulder.
Tuan Shuel Wasim shrugging shoulders with Roshan Veeraratne. Should be a wonderful achievement for him, a milestone unlocked. You see him playing, you watch him play the years before at Nittawela, and now you get to play alongside him.
Definitely. It would have been a dream come true for the youngster. Veeraratne now feeds the scrum well from the back to Lakshita. Lakshita, big hit on him by Veeraratne. On the back of the head.
That was a little bit of a nasty blow coming in from Veeraratne. Veeraratne
High tackle.
readily goes and apologizes to Ranavira as well. And now Kandy Sports Club are looking to open their score line here, and Thanindra Ratwat will go for the 3 points.
Why not Insaf? He has a very reliable boot. It's a straightforward kick, so 3 points up for grabs. As skipper Nigel Ratwat comes into the field with a bandaged arm. Wrist rather. As Ratwat lines up for the penalty.
Kandy Sports Club also playing without the services of Nalak Virakuri. He's on to his next chapter in life.
Taking his own time. Strikes it well, strikes it good. So 3 points up, Kandy Sports Club. The fans are loving it here at Nittawela. You're catching all this brilliant action on ThePapare.com. Really,
ThePapare.com bringing you all this action. We've got action of the Dialog Rugby League lined up right now, and towards March, April, May, expect the schools Rugby League to go up. And in the meantime, Kandy Sports Club have been very fortunate to hold on to that ball.
definitely Jason Dissanayake misjudged it totally, but recovers well Kandy. That's what they're known for. To recover from any mistake that they commit. Good pass there by Veeraratne, but unfortunately not collected well by Lakshita Ranavira. So Gayan Veeraratne is on Lakshita Ranavira, not letting him move Insaf.
If there is any man who knows better than Gayan Veeraratne about Kandy Sports Club and their attacking tactics, I think there shouldn't be any man. I think Gayan Veeraratne is the only person who should be knowing all of what Kandy has been doing. He's been with the system for over a decade. I think he started playing for Kandy in 2006, and then he's continued until 2018. Apologies, and then I think he should be well versed with this Kandy side, and I think that's exactly what he's putting to use.
Definitely. If anybody knows this team inside out, it will be that man, Gayan Veeraratne. Nevertheless, another scrum in favor of Kandy. So Roshan Veeraratne. Feeding it in, but the referee having another word with the front row of CHN FC.
Meanwhile, news coming in from Police Park. Navy Sports Club are currently leading at the 10-minute mark against Police. That was unexpected.
Definitely, I was rooting for Police Sports Club, but they're a team who could chase and score. So we'll just wait and see as Veeraratne once again from the back of the scrum looking for that ball. The scrum is wheeling and looks like CHN FC will win it this time. Trying to take it quickly, Wasim.
I think that experience in that front line, Madhusankar, Dushman Pedashana and Satyanathunga combining, and that's earned themselves a penalty, and Samuel Madhwanta will have a chance of equalizing scores.
Straight away he points at the post, and straight away you could hear the fans reacting.
That's what you sign up when you come to play at Nittawela.
So under pressure, Madhwanta with an opportunity to equalize things. I saw him taking some kicks at the warm-up. He looked pretty good.
Madhwant was doing his layups usually onto the opposite side. Didn't have time to take his kicks on this side of the field.
With the wind blowing towards the west, little
should be in Madhwanta's region.
slightly drifts towards the insides of the post. So still on 0, CHNFC yet to draw first blood for them, but the fans delighted by that miss. 22 dropout now for Kandy Sports Club. Tarindra Atwatta puts it deep.
All right, red.
Hirosha Sampath
Okay, up.
with his first touch. Kicks it deep and Buna Gudangamo collects it. Wants to have a run for it. Passes it out to Veeraratna, who chips it forward, collects it once again, and now has space, tackled by his brother. Good sense of play there. And Tharinu Chaturanga just bumping off the defenders. And Samuel Madhuanta pounces on a loose ball. Switching momentum, and now CH with an opportunity to counter attack.
Okay, now.
Chamara Dabare goes straight into contact. Veeraratna tries to slice through that defense line, but just grabbed on by Jason Disanayaka. Good run by Hiranta Pereira, but goes straight into Buna Gudangambo, who bundles him into touch. Brilliant work in the defense.
Take a look at that. The big number 8 saw the opportunity. And I think Gudangambo has got the fans also in their high spirits.
He's got him all riled up. It's quite hard to commentate here as well, Insaf, with the crowd screaming their throats out.
I think, Yuzan, when you have a player of that stature in your team, I think it's always a luxury for a coach like Fazil Marja, because you could always rely on a player like that. Udangambo has also played in the back line, so he has that. He brings that experience with him as well.
Definitely, I was just about to touch on that. Many of you might not know, but he was a centre in his schooling career in Dharmaraj College. But now Kandy with an opportunity, but forward pass. In fact, knock forwards is the referee. So CH now just 10 meters away from the 22. They could just get in. They yet to unleash themselves. So the previous scrum was in favor of Kandy, but CH managed to turn it over. Might have boosted their confidence a little bit. But once again, could they replicate it is the question. Wasim with the put in.
Steady. Use it. Okay.
From the base to Hirosha Sampath. Now Hiranta Pereira tries to fox the defender.
Ball out.
Satyaran Tunga not able to go past the gain line.
Stay.
Still behind. Good pressure in the ruck, but really unforced error there by Dushman the Priyadarshana.
That time Dimitri Vijayatunga.
Pardon, Dimitri Vijayatunga former.
Once again, shouldn't be any stranger to this Nittawela playing field.
Former Kandy Sports Club player.
Cardinal error from
Butterfingers there.
Vijayatunga that time. Kandy Sports Club currently having a 13-point cushion in this Dialog Rugby League. So, just an update about ThePapare.com. So, subscribe to ThePapare.com to watch live sport. I think all this while we've been showing our fans live sport, whether it's cricket, whether it's rugby, whether it's school rugby, whether it's international rugby. I think that's all come to you on ThePapare.com. And now we are going into the next level.
Definitely, with all the March Madness coming in, there's loads of video content and live matches that you could catch. So, subscribing to ThePapare.com would be an investment.
I think a good option as well. I think pricing is also in a very affordable range for anyone, and I think and also the process is just a matter of 10-15 seconds. So a lot of action coming in the upcoming months. To start off with the Isipatana Thurston big match, then it goes on to the Royal Thomian, the Trinity Anthonian, and then starts the schools rugby league.
Definitely. So the schools rugby league would be starting in the end of this month, alongside with the cricket big matches. So you subscribe to ThePapare.com, you could watch the matches data free.
Crouch.
No, on the View app.
On the View
Bye.
app, it's data free, but ThePapare.com will be bringing you all this action in the next few months.
Ready, red. Foul.
Now, wonderful distribution coming in from Kandy Buddhimapera. Once again given space, running on the fringes, cuts inside, needs support. Support came in the hand, should have held on to that ball. Advantage play to save of CH. Once again, little bit eager beaver there that time, Buddhimapera. Wonderful running line. If you saw him dangling with that touch line, I think he exactly knew where to step, where to go in. Take a look at that. Wonderful cut-out pass and then wonderful delivery on to Pieratnas.
But the question is, was it a knock forward? Because he booted it himself. I don't think that was a knock forward. But unfortunately for Kandy Sports Club, referee sees it otherwise. So another scrum in favor of CHNFC. I think ThePapare did a good job there to recover from that mistake. So another scrum, CHNFC, but this time around inside their own half. They'll have to get out of their own territory and move into opposition territory, but a free kick in favor of Kandy. Buanaga takes it quickly, bumps off Sudarshana Mututantri. Made it look so easy.
That's a penalty any day.
Same side ball.
That time Chatura Divishan, the culprit.
I thought the Kandy player was off feet in the first instinct. In fact, the CH player was off feet in the first instinct. But nevertheless, possession with Kandy Sports Club. Another scrum, so this has been a stop-start affair so far in the past 5 minutes of play. We've seen 3 scrums. 2 in favor of CH and now in favor of Kandy. So re-scrum once again.
You can see the pressure between the front row forwards, Damit Disanayak, last Attanagoda. I think credit should go to Attanagoda as well. I think he was given a challenge, and I think he's been the opening choice or first choice in terms of the forwards at Kandy Sports Club. I think he was, like you said, was second string player. Then I think he's put his hand up this season.
Definitely, he's worked his way up for sure. We've seen him being very active all throughout the league. He's been in places where he shouldn't have been, supporting the team. So it's quite good and quite impressive for a forward to be that active. Now from the back. Good inside ball. Danush Dhawan goes straight into contact, and now once again Jason Disanaika collects it from the inside, and that looked like a deliberate knock forward.
Sudarshan Murutantri there putting his hand in front of the pass. Interestingly, Ratwat had the chance of going for 3 points. Instead, I think Kandy are looking for the big numbers.
Definitely, there's 20 minutes on the clock, and Ratwat looking for a try. So line out now in favor of Kandy. A lot of friendly banter going on.
Up. Boys, right, up.
Ganuka with the throw-in. Forming the rolling ball now.
Ball form.
Moving forward, the transition is made. Bona Gudangamo from the back. Inching forward, this is definitely a try. For all money, Jason Dissanayake collects it. He just has to jump over. Looks like that'll be a try, but he knocked it forward.
Knock on ball.
Very unfortunate that time. Jason Dissanayake inches close to that try. We saw a copy of that being scored in that racecourse game against CHNFC. Take a look at that. Ball transfer to Jason Dissanayake. Dissanayake tries to go over.
Knock on, wide.
There you go.
The man on that occasion, Gayan Veeraratne, who was on the other side holding him off. So he's giving it his all in Shaf today.
I think Veer Ratna has been the impressive player in the last few minutes that CH have played. Just that CH have not been able to penetrate their attacking lines. I think that's key if they want to turn this game around. 21 minutes on our clock and Kandy are still leading 3 points to nil.
But had Kandy gone on to score that try in the first move where Buddhima Piyaratne just missed out on finding Roshan Veeraratne on his inside, I think had they scored that, they would have found their rhythm and gone on to pile up a few more points. But unfortunately now, they're just 3 points ahead. Bit of stoppage of play.
Time on.
Both teams taking a breather.
Ball on ball, wide.
Another scrum now. Once again, Wasim. This time under a lot of pressure.
Cross. Wide.
Feeding the scrum now. Good pressure by Kandy Sports Club, but now Dabare trying to bump off his opposition
Release. No, you.
winger.
Release ball. Release. Okay.
Now Mudutandri feeds Vijay Tunga, who carries the ball forward. Wasim looking for options. Opts to go in the blind side. Maharis Chandra to his play, and now Dabare has space. Cuts inside. Good tackle on him by Veeraratne. Still on his feet, but brought down by Kamindu Pereira. Now Mudutandri feeds in the ball to Dushmanta Priyadarshana. Quick ball. Veeraratne. Hirusha Sampath cuts back inside. Offloads to Anuradha Herat, who keeps the ball alive. Hirusha Sampath still keeping it alive. And eventually, CH will win that penalty. Tackler not rolling away. Samuel Madhuanta, the brilliant touch finder, takes his team inside the 22. And a change in commentary. Joining me now, Naflan. Hi, Naflan.
Hi, Uzran.
So
Wait,
So it's going to be, we expected a high-scoring game here at Nittawela, but still it's 3-0 at the end of 23 minutes in our clock.
definitely. So like I was talking about earlier, had Kandy scored that first try, things would have been different for sure.
Exactly. The starting momentum, they didn't have the momentum that they carried on, and they couldn't convert it into points. So they are still in 3-0 situation.
But it's not like they didn't have any opportunity. They created it, just that final bit of execution lacking, which is why they're still 3-0 ahead.
CHNFC are giving a good battle out there, I guess, with the inclusion of Gayan Veeraratne as well. And Gayan Veeraratne playing a good role here for CHNFC in his previous home ground.
Definitely, this was the last passage of play where Chamana Dabare tried to spark something up for CHNFC, but just not good enough, because that Kandy defense was all over the place, throwing bodies, making the tackles, showing what a championship team should be doing, and CHNFC just not getting things right. But taking a look at CHNFC's former, previous performances in the league in the past 8 weeks. Come this week, they look to be more steady and more composed, Naflan.
Exactly, and I think with the new inclusions today with the scrum half and Hirusha Sampath playing at fly half today for CHNFC.
Definitely, and now with an opportunity to counter, to knock it forward. So unfortunate errors, unforced errors, just not going right for CHNFC.
This is the pressure from the fans around as well there.
Let's take another look at that. The lineup was clean, good throw in by Madhusankar. But just the transition from the jumper to the collector didn't go right. Matisha Sarachandra not able to hold on to that ball, so they just couldn't form that rolling ball, which they are ideally good at. Nevertheless, another scrum in the game. We've seen almost 8 scrums in this game so far in 25 minutes, which is not a good sign in any game.
Yeah, Yusran, I think both the teams are making a lot of errors and mistakes in crucial points of the game.
Roshan Veeraratne now with the put in. Bona Gudangam looking for options, but let's Veeraratne collect it. Tries to go on his own. Mudutantri trying to hold him up, but he goes through. Now the forwards trying to do their thing. Tilna Bandara carrying it forward. Attanagoda is there to support. Veeraratne opts to go for their back line. Ranavira to Dhanush Dayan, big hit on him, but a brilliant pass to Kandy SC, who cuts back inside. Pins off one, pins off two, finds space, creating that gap. Puts in a long cutout pass to Buddhima Veeraratne, who cuts back inside once again. Tries a fancy pass, but Kandy SC just doesn't get it right. But momentum still with Kandy Sports Club. Bona Gudangamo tackled and pushed on into touch. His feet just touching it, and a good tackle one-on-one by Hirusha Sampath. And once again, Buddhima Veeraratne, I think, should have done better enough.
Exactly, he's more. In this game, we see him cutting in more than going on his pace. I think few opportunities missed out by Buddhima Veeraratne today.
But look at the footwork there by Kandy SC. He knew when to step, he knew when to accelerate, knew when to pass as well. But Buddhima, had he gone outside, he had tons of acres of space on the outside, but he just had to opt to go inside and go straight into traffic. I think he should have relied and trusted his pace more than his footwork.
In previous matches, he scored such tries. I think he should have trusted this, and he should have gone on in his own merit and gone and scored this try. It's obviously a try-scoring opportunity.
This has been the story of Kandy Sports Club in this from the start of the game. They've come ever so close to scoring tries, but just that final bit of play, nothing going right for them so far. But they're still doing a great job holding off CHNFC. But looking at their own try-scoring opportunities, they're just not getting things right there.
John, do you think lack of leadership here? Maybe missing, they're missing Nigel Ratwath, their usual captain for this season. So there's something to do with that as well here. They're still lagging behind at 3-0.
That could be a point in Naflan, but they have the likes of Roshan Veeraratne, who's another skipper who led this team to an unbeaten league title. So with the likes of him in the team, I don't think Nigel Ratwath's leadership quality is missing much. It's just the fact that the execution has lacked a bit. But now on the other hand, CH trying to spark things up. Tuan Wasim to Madhuanta, who puts ball to boot, and a good thumping kick collected by Buddhima. Sends it out to Dhanush Dayan. He has Kavindu Perera on the outside. Kavindu tries to cut inside, and Dhanush Dayan knocks it on in the process. He wasn't expecting the ball, and now CHNFC have an opportunity, a golden opportunity inside their opposition territory.
Yusran, another error in the game, so they are keep on doing this. Too many knockouts in the game, and also too many scrums happening out there.
These are the kind of unforced errors that a team shouldn't make, especially the caliber of Kandy Sports Club. A team of this caliber should show more standard, but they're doing a grand job holding on. As Ashan Darling comes into the field. He replaces Ganuka Disanayaka. So early changes for Kandy Sports Club in the front row.
I've seen this happening many times. Is done Ganuka Disanayaka walking off very early, and I think Ashan Darling would be ideal replacement.
Another scrum now. Tuhan Wasim opts to go in the blind side. Dilshan to Tamara Dabare. Once again feeding in the forwards. Dimitri Vijayatunga carrying the ball forward. Goes past the gain line this time. Searching for that ball, Wasim to Madhuvanta. Mututandri barges forward. Takes two defenders to bring him down. Once again, Madhuvanta cuts back inside. Tries to go on his own. Trying to spark things up. Hiranta once again held on there by Lavanga Pereira. Doesn't let him go through. Good running angle there by Prasad Madhusanka, but he loses the ball, and now Tharindra Ratwatta feeds He has space. He has to run straight. No one in front of him. This could be the first try for Kandy Sports Club, and it is. Under the post he goes. Buddhima Biyaratna, and finally scoring the first try when this should have been his third.
Exactly. This is what we expected from him from the start of the game. I think 2 tries he missed out in the starting few minutes, and now he's scored it. This is what he had to do at the start of the game as well, Yusran.
Definitely, and this time around, I think the fact that nobody was in front of him helped him a lot. He used the touchline, used that space, used his space, had to step inside just once, and then outran the entire CH defense line with his pace. Anuradha Herat couldn't do much, just too fast there in that occasion, Buddhima Piyaratna. And it all started with that error by Prasad Madhusanka, who knocked it on.
That's good defense from Kandy as well. The ball was in their half, and to come back and scoring was great.
And this man was the first to pounce on the loose ball. Tharindra Ratwatta, he had that sense to use his speedster, Buddhima Biyaratna. This is an easy kick for the likes of Tharindra Ratwatta. So 8 points to nothing. Kandy in the lead. Brilliant kick, so 10 points up for Kandy Sports Club. Another key player missing in this Kandy outfit is Shehan Pathinanaflan. He's been quite an instrumental player for Kandy Sports Club, but today he's being handed over the water boy duties.
He was injured during the Air Force game. I think it would be a good rest for him as well. He has been playing, carrying a lot of play time for Kandy Sports Club on this season as well. But Tilna Bandara would be replacing him, if I'm correct, Yusran.
Good collection there by Bunagudang Gamu, but he's been pushed back in defense there, gang tackled by Sarat Chandra and his teammate, trying to counter that truck. But now Kandy trying to run from their own half. Good pass to Kandy Pereira in the corner. He boosts the ball forward. Collected by Hirusha Sampath. Puts in a big pass to Chatura Dilshan, who cuts inside, goes straight into contact. And now Matish Chandra, Sarat Chandra rather, Matisha. Now Dimitri fends off one. Goes past the gain line, takes 2 to bring him down. Gayan Veeraratna spots space at the back, but that was a nothing kick. The ball will go past the deadline. So it will be a scrum from where he kicked. It was really a nothing kick, Naflan. I don't know. I think Veeraratna wanted to gain territorial possession, but now We go for another scrum, maybe the 10th scrum in the game. So it's been a stop-start affair so far in these 32 minutes. Not much in the game, Naflan. Just 10 points to nothing, 1 try and a penalty.
I think credit to CH for their defense line, but both the teams have done a lot of errors in the game. That is why this situation we have come across.
I think more credit to the unfortunate incident of Kandy Sports Club not scoring tries rather than the CH defense. But Gayan Veeratne has been doing a real lot in that CH defense line for the bit that they've been doing. Another unhappy scrum by the referee. This time around he's instructing the Kandy forwards, the Kandy front row. Crowd slowly settling in now, making their way into the Nittawela Park. Bunagunangamwa lets the ball go. Viraratna to Ratwatta. Good pass there to Lakshita Ranavira, who holds on, and now Kavindu Pereira cuts inside, tackled by Samuel Madhuanta. Mudhu Tantri almost coming in from the side. Good hands there. Bunagunangamwa carries the ball forward. They have an advantage coming their way now. Lavanga Pereira, big hit on him, loses the ball, but will come back for that initial infringement. Offside, oh, no arms tackle, says the referee. So Kandy with another penalty.
Hopefully they will go for the 3-pointer Yusran.
That's quite the distance, but we've seen Tarinder Ratwatta take these kicks in crucial circumstances, but I don't think that will be necessary now. He could just go for a good touch find and then set things up. Maybe set up a maul and then drive that maul forward. Now close to the 22. We've seen them driving from there. Just a little over 6 minutes to go on our clock.
And he will be really eyeing for another try before the half time, so that will make their confidence up more for a big score here at Nittawela.
Definitely, because they were looking for a big score coming into the game, but 10 points isn't that much, Naflan, so they'll definitely want more points. And now Jason Disanaika feeds the ball to Bunagudangama. Ganuka joins back, Damit rather, and now they're forming things up. Not moving forward though, rather still, and now Attanagoda breaks off from that rolling ball, goes on his own, and it's stolen. Isolated he was, and brilliant work there by Satya Ranatunga, who saw the opportunity, went straight for the ball and collected it. So another opportunity for Kandy gone begging.
Yeah, but again, Kandy forwards not up to their mark as the other days. I guess they were able to score in the first half on the other matches today. They were not able to capitalize on their maul.
Like you stated earlier, I think that'll have a lot to do with leadership, especially missing Shehan Pathiran as well in that pack. So he's usually the guy who leads that pack alongside Bunagudangamu and the rest. And today they have some new players. Tilna Bandara.
But they have the likes of Jason Disanaika and Surya Anthony, very experienced campaigners, isn't it, Yusran?
Yes, but Jason Disanaika is not the most vocal person in the team. He likes to do his job silently, and Wasim knocks it on. So it will be play on for Kandy Sports Club. They have an opportunity to counter attack now. Saduranga puts a nothing pass to Hiranda Pereira, but referee will call back play because there was no advantage. It should have been an opportunity for CHNFC. Fortunately for Kandy, they had an advantage coming in.
Another scrum in favor of Kandy Sports Club now. Roshan Weeraratne to feed in the ball. Important scrum for Kandy before the half time. Here we go. There you go. They lose the scrum.
So scrums have not been Kandy's best friend today in Aflan. They've been struggling. This is their third penalty conceded from a scrum. Just not getting things right, the front row.
Then David Disanayake needs to take more leadership as well here to make sure that they win these scrums, because these are very important scrums in their half.
Definitely. Attanagoda, Damit Disanayake and Ashan Darling, all three of them have to take responsibility of conceding a penalty in that scrum, especially because they're the main three in the front. They direct and they make sure the scrum doesn't collapse or the bind is proper. As on your screen, Nigel Ratwatta with the bandaged wrist.
I think Kandy will be more concerned about Nigel Ratwatta because they will need him for the upcoming crucial matches.
Just hopefully he recovers fast. Shehan Badrina as well, and now Matis Sarat Chandra. Although not nice lookingly, he recovers the ball.
Is Gayan Weeraratne, is it? It's the Dabare.
Chamra Dabare in the corner trying to be sneaky there on that occasion, but just doesn't. He didn't have much to do. He didn't have much space also. Just tried to kick and chase, but called mark there by the ball collector. So Roshan Weeraratne will try to kick this ball out.
Thumping kick from Roshan Weeraratne. Ball is in.
Brilliant skills there by Chamra Dabare. And now Hirosha Sampath sees space at the back. Brilliant kick there by the youngster. Takes his team into the 5 meters. Just over 20 seconds. Now 10 seconds on our clock. Take another look at that kick. Hirosha saw the space. Kicked it to perfection. Bounced once and straight away on to touch. Brilliant kick there. Now Kandy will be under a little bit of pressure. CH coming into the opposition half after a while.
An ideal situation for them before the half time would be the last play before the half time. So they have to capitalize on that and make sure they get on the board. Definitely.
If they could get a 7-pointer here, it would mean so much to them and would ease things up on the second half. But Kandy takes it quick. Attanagoda still pumping his legs. But now Kandy forming things out. Roshan Weeraratne. Lakshita Ranavira feeds in the ball to Talinu Chaturanga, who has acres of space. And now Weeraratne goes straight into Anuradha Herath, who tries to snatch the ball off him. He has to roll away, but he doesn't. So the referee will penalize him. And rightfully so. Kandy win a penalty. Anuradha Herath should have rolled away. He had all the time and all the space too, but he just didn't, giving away an unnecessary penalty in Aflan.
Not having the presence of mind on the clock as well. So they need to make sure that Kandy doesn't score anymore. But now Kandy getting an opportunity before the half time. A good kick from Tarinder Ratwatte, gaining a lot of distance there.
This was that run by Talinu Chaturanga. Lakshita spotted it well. Mututantri rushing in defense there, allowing Chaturanga to run through that yawning gap, which is why that hole was created when Mututantri rushed in defense, but that allows Kandy to come inside the...
Crucial throw for Damit Disanayake was done. We go. Collected cleanly by Jason Disanayake and creating that mold, but CH not allowing to do so.
Brilliant work there by Satya Ranatunga, who spotted the ball carrier, went straight to him, and now Kandy would ideally play it close. They have some brilliant forwards. Looking for options, latching on now, slowly but surely moving forward. Tilna Bandara Brilliant query by the lad. Veeraratne inside ball to Suhiru Anthony. Just 5 meters away now. Tarinda Ratwatha, good pop ball to Lavanga Pereira. Big hit on him by Chatura Dilshan. Switches directions. Buddhima Veeraratne showing some footwork. Fends off 1, 2 and now still on his feet. Has his forwards to support him. Jason is there, but Attanagoda acts as the first receiver. Bona Gudangamo asking for that ball. Long cut out pass to Tarindu Chaturanga, who goes over for the try. Brilliant try, well deserved for Chaturanga Naflan.
Yes, he started the process and he ended up with this try. A brilliant try from Tarindu Chaturanga.
Also talk about that pass by Bona Gudangama, who spotted Chaturanga in the corner. Long cut out pass by Bua, which ended up in a try. So hard work throughout the whole team.
A very good teamwork try, I would say. And Tarindu Chaturanga has been brilliant so far in the game, Yusran.
Definitely, and that might as well be the last move for the first half. That's the pass I was talking about. Stepped inside. Should have gone untouched if he had gone in the outside as well, but nevertheless scored it inside and made it easier for Tarindu Ratwatha.
So Kandy, as expected, leading 15-0 at the break of the game, half time. So Tarindu Ratwatha will hopefully add the 2 points now.
So with 2 points pending, Kandy leading 15 points to nothing. Even if he misses this conversion, CH will have to score thrice if they want to get the lead in the second half. That keeping Kandy at bay as well, preventing them from scoring any more points.
The momentum would be with Kandy, and here we go. Tarindu Ratwatha just scoring the conversion.
That'll be half time as Tarindu Ratwatha slots in another 2-pointer. So 7 points for him in this first half. And a 17-point total for Kandy Sports Club. CH trailing with nothing. So not much in the first half, Naflan. Just that 2 tries and a penalty. But CH and FC not able to capitalize on the opportunities they got. Kandy Sports Club as well, surprisingly, weren't able to capitalize on the golden opportunities that they got. Had they held on and executed well enough, they would have been way ahead than 17 points.
But this last minute try will make them play very well in the second half. The momentum will be with them. So CH would be under pressure during the second half. So
confirmation there, 17 points to nothing. Let's take a look at the highlights. This was the start by Samuel Madhuwanta. Great collection there by Jason Disanayaka. And unforced errors led to an early penalty in favour of Kandy. And Ratwatha made no mistake, no hesitance there. Straight away pointed at the post and slotted that 3-pointer. But then the opportunities came. These were the opportunities I was talking about. Kandy Sports Club coming ever so close to scoring tries, but just not able to. This was another brilliant move. Kandy Pereira cuts back inside, accelerates, makes sure he finds his speeds. But Buddhima Veeraratne, who didn't have the best of first halves, just couldn't get things right. He had 2-3 opportunities in favour of scoring, but finally, just 15 minutes away from the first half whistle, Buddhima Veeraratne was able to find space. He tossed the touchline and went over to score under the post. The first try coming in courtesy of a loose ball by Prasad Madhusankar, and Ratwatha made no mistake with the conversion. And this was the final try at the brink of half-time. Bona Gudangamo saw the space, stood there and put a brilliant long cut-out pass to Tarindu Chaturanga, who stepped inside, fended off one defender and went over to score. And Ratwatha once again made no mistake converting, so he added 7 points to his total and now moves up to 70 points in the league. And Kandy leading 17 points to nothing here in the Dialog Rugby League 9th week, first half. Stay logged to ThePapare.com. We'll bring you live action on the second half, so don't go anywhere.
සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
සර් සර්ගේ පේමන්ට් එක සෙටල් කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
සිලාන් පර්සනල් ලෝන් කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
අපි කමිටුවක් පත් කරනවා. ඒ කමිටුවේ ප්‍රතිඵල ඔබතුමාලාට ළඟදිම ලැබෙන්න සලස්වනවා. තා මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද?
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
සර් සර්ගේ පේමන්ට් එක සෙටල් කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
සිලාන් පර්සනල් ලෝන් කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
සර් සර්ගේ පේමන්ට් එක සෙටල් කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
සිලාන් පර්සනල් ලෝන් කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහනේ.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්නම් සුදු.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්නම්. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
සිලාන් පර්සනල් ලෝන් කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில் உங்கள் நகரில் உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/ThePapare Tamil.
මේ ක්‍රීඩාංගනවල ගහකොළ තනකොළයක් පවා බලන් ඉන්නේ අපි එනකම්. පිටියේ සිදුවෙන පුංචිම පුංචි තොරතුරේ ඉඳන් පිටියෙන් පිටත සිදුවෙන දේ දක්වාම රටට පෙන්වන්න අපි කැපවෙන නිසා. මේක ක්‍රීඩාව ගැන ගැඹුරින්ම තියෙන ආදරයක්. එක වෙලාවකට පිස්සුවක්. ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාවේ ඉඳන් මලල ක්‍රීඩා දක්වා ඕනෑම ක්‍රීඩාවක්. පාසල් මට්ටමේ ඉඳන් ජාත්‍යන්තරය දක්වා ඕනෑම මට්ටමක් අපි තරණය කරන්නේ හදවතින්. මව්බිම වෙනුවෙන් තරුණ දහදිය පිටිය සිඹිද්දී ඒ අත්දැකීම් ඔබට සමීප කරන අපේ දහදියත් පිටිය මත වැටුණා. ඔබේ හදවතට විජයග්‍රාහී හැඟීම් අරගෙන එන්න මව්බිමට ධනාත්මක බලාපොරොත්තු ඇති කරන්න ඕනෑම දුරක් යන්න අපි සූදානම්. උස්මිතිකම් භාෂාමය බාධා බිඳ දමලා ඕනෑම සමාජ මාධ්‍යයක් කරහා ක්‍රීඩාව රසවිඳින ක්‍රීඩාලෝලී හමුදාවක් අපි හැදුවේ ලක්මවගේ අනාගතය වෙනුවෙන්. ලක්මව ජාත්‍යන්තර ජයග්‍රහණ වලින් සැරසෙද්දී ඔබේ පාසල් මව ක්‍රීඩා සමාජය ජයග්‍රහණ සමරද්දීත් අපි ඔබේ එක්ක හිටියා. මේ අපේ රටේ ක්‍රීඩාවේ සාඩම්බරය, ක්‍රීඩාවේ පෙරගමන, ඒ ජයග්‍රාහී හැඟීම ඔබේම හැඟීමක් කරන ThePapare.com.
Welcome back to live action with ThePapare.com, and this is the 9th week encounter between Kandy Sports Club and CHNFC here at the Nittawela Rugby Stadium. So far the first half has not had it all like we expected. Kandy just leading with 17 points on the board, but CHNFC a lackluster performance in the first half, allowing Kandy to penetrate the defense line, but Kandy, unfortunately for them, execution has held them back a bit. Hence the 17-point lead. And joining me in commentary, Naflan, thoughts on the first half so far?
Actually speaking, as we were expecting a high-scoring game, Yusran, but Kandy were not up to their mark at the start of the first 15 minutes or 20 minutes, but they have come back strongly, and now it's 17-0. Let's see how the second half goes.
As Tarinder Atwata put a big high-hanging kick, nobody wants the ball, but now Kandy win it back. Attanagoda, Tarinder Chaturang, who has been the man of the first half, twirls and gets a few yards ahead, and now Lavanga Pereira cuts back inside, goes straight to contact. Madhuanta doesn't tackle him cleanly, so Lavanga gains good yardage for his team. Ranavira acts as a scrum half, and Gayan Veeraratne penalised there for coming offside. Rightfully so, penalised by the referee, spotted well. So Kandy have another opportunity of slotting a three-pointer, but Tarinder Ratwatta might want more.
Kandy starting with the momentum they finished the first half is run, so they're almost in a scoring position right now.
This would be an ideal start, just the start Kandy would have wanted in the second half. Marija would have given them the pep talk they needed. They could easily set up a rolling maul and just grind past any defense line. Jason Dissanayake, first things first, gets the line out right, and now moving forward, Bunagudangamo yet to collect the ball. Looks like Attanagoda, in fact, Damit Dissanayake still has it, and Bunagudangamo will score the try. So that final transition working out for Kandy Sports Club, and just as we expected, Kandy up on the board with another 5-pointer, so 22 points to nothing. Kandy in the lead.
A brilliant start for Kandy Sports Club on their second half, Yusran. So I think this is what Bhuvanaka was trying for the whole first half, and here we go from the second half with a pep talk, as you said, from Marija. Here we go, Bhuvanaka scores.
The ball was snatched off Jason Dissanayike's hand by Gayan in that final move, but this time around Bhuvanaka made sure he scores the try himself and does it brilliantly. So 5 points up, and Ratwata has an opportunity to add the extras. Could take his team up to 24 points.
Ratwata has done a brilliant work. I think it's nothing new to him, replacing Thilna Vijay Singh's boots in Kandy Sports Club.
So 4 out of 4 for him. 100% success rate for Adwatta. And now CH under a lot of pressure. They'll have to score 4 times to get over this total of Kandy.
Really expected a good game from Gayan Ratna and the bunch who them crossing over from Kandy Sports Club. But it's not the fact here. The players who cross over from Kandy Sports Club doesn't have a good time.
Definitely, but Gayan has raised his hand. Naflan has been the one-man show for CH and FC, but that is not enough for a team to win a game. As Kandy now counter-attacking. Good move there by Lavanga Pereira. Spots the defense, spots the space in that defense line. Now his back's helping him out. Tilna Bandar to Ratwata, who spots some space at the back. But it goes out on the full, so the first error by Ratwata in this game.
A very rare mistake from Tarinder Ratwata.
Now CH and FC should be able to make a ploy out of this from a set piece. We've seen them score out of a set piece, but just today, not their day. Nothing's working for them. But another opportunity. They'll have to get the first things right. They'll have to win the line out and then maybe form that rolling maul and see if the transition works out. So there's a lot of work to do for CH and FC. As the former Pete Wright Lankesh Pereira makes his club debut in the number 19. So now Prasad Madhusankar would need some clean ball. Lineouts weren't in their favor in that first half, but big hit on Mudutantri as he tried to recover possession from that Messi lineout. Good running angle there by Prasad Madhusankar. Goes past the gain line. Wasim switches direction. Chatura Dilshan trying to fox the defense, but just grabbed on by the jersey. And now Sarat Chandra feeds in the ball to the veteran Dushman the Priyadarshana. And Mudutantri once again switches direction, not the best of options. Allows Kandy Sports Club defense to read their opposition well and come up in the line as Gayan Veeraratna joins that ruck as well. Madhuanta acting as the first receiver. Mudutantri, they are pushed back. So this is what I said. This is what happens when you switch directions, just like Mudutantri did. Allows Kandy to get the better of CH. They're not moving forward, they're moving back as hit on the Pereira. Big hit on him by Lavanga, but a no arms tackle. Definitely a penalty coming in for CH way. Now Veeraratna looking for options, puts an offload to Sarat Chandra. Trying to go past the gain lad. Satya Ranatunga intercepted by Jason Disanayaka, but referee will call back play for that initial infringement. But well read there by Jason Disanayaka. He knew what he was doing.
Exactly, it's drawn, but a good phase of play for CH and FC there. So I think they have the momentum back with them. They should not give up this game right now because they have another half on their hand to capitalize and make some points on the board.
This was that interception. Very well read there by Disanayaka. But unfortunately for him, he had his team consider a penalty early on. But like you stated, you thought it was a good passage of play, but honestly, in my opinion, that looked a real messy passage of play by CH. They could have done much better, but they pushed themselves back from the initial point where they started, Naflan.
What I meant was just on their start, for the second half. So they have got the ball to the Kandy's half. So now Samuel Madhuanta has an opportunity to score some points on the board.
True, I agree. Naflan, Messi or not Messi, they have an opportunity to get 3 points on the board. So Madhuanta under a lot of pressure and a lot of noise. Slots in the 3-pointer brilliantly. So 3 points up. He takes CH FC. But still the home team with a fairly good lead, 21 points.
Kandy would be happy to give away 3 points and just go back and play some good rugby back again.
A lot of work to do for CHN FC, they'll have to score thrice and convert those as well if they want to catch up with Kandy. That was the three-pointer. Straightforward kick for Madhuanta, and for his standard, that looked really easy. Now Mudutandi collects it and goes straight into contact. Big hit on him by Jason Disanayaka. Now setting things up. Trying to work things out. Madhuanta with the clearance kick. Bounces inside. Lavanga allows it to bounce. But it didn't touch Bunagudagama's feet, honestly. And the referee awards a penalty in favor of CH. If you could take another look at that. My first instinct was it didn't touch the feet of the boot of Bunagudangama. Let's take another look at that. Bua lets the ball bounce. It didn't touch him. Quite certain it didn't, Naflan. It can't be an offside call.
Yeah, exactly. Some poor refereeing there, but
it was the AR's call, rather. However, the referee has a better view than we do. Naflan, maybe it touched. Nevertheless, CH now inside the 5 meter. They have a brilliant chance to get on board with another 5-pointer so they can score back to back.
Kandy's defense is tested again right now. Let's see how they go about it.
Forming that rolling maul now. Mudutantri with possession transitions the ball to Prasad Madhusanka moving forward. Madhusanka goes over the line and scores a try. So that penalty proving to be real vital. But still a lot of work to do. They need to score 2 more tries and convert them as well. Madhuanta with the kicking duties. He'll have to be mindful that these 2 points are crucial. Let's take another look at that. Brilliant technique there. The first front row moves away and the second, third pods brilliantly moves forward all together as one, and hence the try scored by Prasad Madhusanka.
Important kick for Samuel Madhuanta used on, but this is a ground that he loves to play his rugby, so this should be an easy kick for the likes of Samuel Madhuanta.
But with an angle and the wind and the crowd, no kick is easy. It doesn't get it right, so the score will remain 8 points to 24. Kandy still maintaining a healthy lead.
CH would have gained some momentum out of this back-to-back scoring used on, so Kandy has to bounce back and make sure that they don't shift the momentum towards CHN FC here.
Definitely Kandy scored in that first minute of the second half as well. So they're a championship winning team, Naflan. I don't think they can't handle pressure. They're really good at it under pressure. As Mohammad Wasim now feeds the ball to Madhuanta, who has been pushed back in defense. Brilliant work by Kandy Sports Club. CH under a lot of pressure. Using their forwards. Pulasti goes forward. Playing it close. They're trying to set that wall and get the clearance, but Veeraratna feeds Anurad Herat. Nothing much he could have done. He had the defenders on him at all times. Good rust in defense. Equally well moved forward by CH. Satya Ranatma still on his feet. Gayan securing that ruck. Madhuanta tries to snipe through the gap, but just held on by the jersey. Knocked back, so play on. High tackle there, of course. And that looked like Ashan Darling could be in danger. Madhuanta came in at speed Ashan Darling just held his hand out there. Let's take another look at that in slow motion. Madhuanta carries the ball. Darling straight away goes for the neck. I think that's a yellow card. It is a yellow card offense, of course.
That was unnecessary use down, isn't it?
Ashan Darling showed no intention of going down or going lower in the tackle. Just held his hand up. In the meantime, make sure if you are a product or company looking for some great advertising, make sure you can get your brand recognized with Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, ThePapare.com. From sports products to any other products or services, we are a great platform that you could advertise on. So make sure you call Modita on this number in your screen or email him at modita.veerasinghe@dialog.lk. It's a great platform to get any of your products, services or company. Share it with the world. You can get some great mileage with ThePapare.com. And rightfully so, Ashan Darling has been yellow carded. So he will spend 10 minutes in the bin, which means CH will have a numerical advantage for the following 10 minutes. But can they make the maximum use out of it? Can they capitalize on the opportunity is the big question. Samuel Madhuanta, the thumping kick, gets his team onto the opposition half.
An ideal opportunity for CHNFC with 14 men in Kandy now. The ball is in Kandy's territory, so CHNFC has to take maximum advantage, score another try and bring the momentum back. So already they have scored back to back with a penalty and a try. So another score on the board will make sure they are in the game for the next 30 minutes.
Definitely, if they could score here, they definitely have a fighting chance. And like any coaches say in their basic training, if you make it to the opposition half, you'll have to come back with points. I think that's what should be running in CH's mind. They need to work as one unit. Too many numbers they are committing in the ruck. As Sarat Chandra feeds Satya Ranatunga with brilliant ball, and Tarind Madhuranga doing quite well there to tackle the big man. Nivanka Prasad with his first touch being pushed back there by Tarinder Ratwat. Brilliant work in defense by Tarinder. Now Wasim switching directions. Matisha Sarat Chandra goes into contact. Still trying to move forward. The CH defense line or the attack line. Sudarshana Mudutantri gang tackled by Buna Kudangamu and Disa Nayaka, but once again Jason Disa Nayaka holding Gayan Viraratna on as Hirusha Sampath tries to put a box kick, but a little overcooked. The ball goes out on the full. So an opportunity gone begging for CHNFC, and look from where they started, they've been pushed back quite a few meters. So brilliant defense by Kandy.
That's how strong a defense line that Kandy is possessing, and that tackle from Jason is Disanaik on Gayan Veeratna just shows the class that Kandy possess.
So looks like Tuan Wasim will be replaced by Rizwan Mohammed. Makes his way onto the park. And a good kick there by Veeraratna. Kavindu Pereira trying to chase it. Kandy win possession. Tarinder to Bua. A good pass by him, but a little bit overcooked there. Buddhima Veeraratna should have come in at more pace. A brilliant pass, in my opinion, by Buona Gudangamu. Let's take another look at that. Tharinda Ratwatta feeds Bua, and a brilliant pass should have collected by Buddhima. That was there for all money.
Once again, Bono Godangamu showing the presence of mind. Even on the first half, he scored. He helped to score such a try with Tharinda Chaturanga as well, Yusran.
Definitely, we saw what he could do. He played as a back, as a center in his schooling days, so I think that gives a lot of awareness for him. The good thing about him, he looks forward and he spots the gaps, spots the space, and then feeds in his players. As now the changes are coming in for CH and NFC as well. Nishon Pereira replaces Anurag Deherat, and Mohammad Shabir replaces Tilina Bandara, while Yaqub Ali comes in as well. So fresh legs in the park. We could expect some fast running rugby as Rizwan feeds his first scrum. Motivates his forwards to move forward, and they win a penalty. So breaking before the scrum was over is the call, and a good call by the referee. The rule is to stay bound till the scrum is over.
Another scrum lost by Kandy Sports Club.
It has been a horror story for them so far, Naflan.
Yeah, I think the fact that the leadership in the pack is also not available, so they're not having that good time at the pack today.
Damit Disanayaka receiving some attention from the medical staff.
You can see Charles Praveen warming up, another player who is hailing from St. Anthony's College, Kandy.
A lot of hometown boys in this Kandy team, and that's quite good to see, Naflan. Charles Praveen, Tharinda Ratwatta, Kandy Pereira, all these players who played in Colombo are now back into their hometown. So good stuff for Kandy, but not good stuff for them in the scrum, as Samuel Madhuwanta now lines up to get his team into the opposition half with a good touch finder. A decent kick, doesn't have much yardage, but does the job, takes his team to the opposition half.
Another opportunity for CHNFC. They couldn't capitalize on the previous opportunity that they got on the line out. So Kandy has to work out their defense, and they have done it so far. So now we have few changes on the park as well, as we can see on the.
So Dilush Kadange will be included to play the rest of the game, as Buddhima Piyaratna makes his way off. As I welcome Inshaf back into the commentary box.
I think Yusran Buddhima has not had the best of days. Missed a couple of tries, didn't land any of these passes correctly. So it's best that he's been taken out. Dilush Kadange scored 2 tries in that police game in the opening fixture.
Great prospect for Kandy Sports Club. Shows a lot of strength and a lot of power with his ball carrying. Rizwan, he's changed gears than Wasim. He's fast in the game. And Nishon Pereira with his first touch, pumping his legs, trying to go forward. Barking instructions for Rizwan to his forwards. Nivanka Prasad tries to bulldoze his way through, but brought down. Rizwan switches directions once again. Sarat Chandra just not able to breach the defense line. Shows and goes. Pops a pass as well. Prasad Madhusanga is there in support. Looks like Kandy will win themselves a penalty. Holding on, says the referee. Good call.
Roshan Veeratna there, I think experience comes into play. Held on to that ball, preventing CSNFC any right to that ball. Wonderfully done. So Once again, I think this approach is not going to help CHNFC to make a turnaround in this game. They need something very fast. They have that explosive backline, and it's a shame that they don't use that to put that to good use. Use on with the likes of Hiranta Pereira, now Nishan Pereira, now Samuel Madhuanta, Gayan Viratna adding the X Factor. So that's a wonderful backline alongside Anurag Herath, who's back in form.
Chamara Dabare, all these national caps in stuff, and they still are not able to penetrate or at least give Kandy's defense line a test. I think the problem is playing as a unit in chaff. So in the meantime, if you have not subscribed or visited the Papare's YouTube channel, I think you're missing out on a lot. You're missing out on hours, 5,000 hours of video content, brilliant analytical shows, and all these videos, all the match replays, highlights, and much more. You can catch it on ThePapare.com's YouTube channel. So make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe and click the bell icon on the Papare YouTube channel.
24 points to 8. That's how the scoreline stands. But this game and the scoreline in no terms is going to be something that Kandy Sports Club will be happy about. They've fumbled most of their game players, especially in their back line. So a lot to talk about from Kandy Sports Club, as well as can they bring in fresh legs. Yakub Ali comes into the field in place of Lasita Attanagoda.
I think Charles Praveen made his way in instead of Attanagoda. Yakub Ali came a bit earlier, but good carry by Charles, his first carry of the game, and CH win a penalty. So not a good carry by Charles Praveen in the end. All the hard work gone in vain as he held on to it. And Bhuwana Gudangamo looks to be in quite a bit of pain.
Nivanga Prasad that time looking to what situation is with Udangama. This is not good news for Kandy, because Bhuwana Gudangamo has been the expected. Well, looks like he's good to continue. Samuel Madhuanda will once again want to find touch with his kick. I think Madhuanta is slowly but surely coming up and putting his hand up, but then that's not going to help CSNFC's cause today. But maybe this will help them take around things. But by the looks of it, Madhuanta is going for something bigger than that.
Definitely, it looks like he's going for a monster of a kick.
Should be one of his most difficult kicks he will take in this Dialog Rugby League. 51 meters just in front of the goal post.
Little more than 51 inch up. I think that's about 52, 3 maybe touching the 53-ish. But that's still a monster kick. And on the other side of the Dialog Rugby League, we have Navy with a humongous lead, 44 points.
So there comes Madhuanta, has the distance, has he found it? No, not yet, just short and sliding on to the right. So good call from Madhuanta, but CSNFC as a team needs to understand that 3 points are not going to win them this game.
Another exciting thing about the Kandy Sports Club team is Inchaf, Srinath Surya Bandar and Roshan Virat, both of them are in the field. I think they're using the same tactic that we see in Heavy Sports Club, where Vimukti Rahula and Mithun Hapugoda, they play on either sides of the field as halfbacks.
Srinath Surya Bandar, usual 7 sensation for Sri Lanka. I think he's got a lot of experience with him to play at halfback as well as that fly half. So wonderful addition to have Surya Bandar. In the meantime, Samuel Madhuanta
puts a high hanging kick and collected by Veeraratna, but referee spotted that late tackle, ankle tap on Madhuanta. So a good call.
Once again, Madhuanta with a second chance. This time he will not go for 3 points. He'll want to go for touch. I think that should be the option, because they tried their rolling maul early on, and then that bought them 5 points on the game. And then that should be what they should be doing for the next few minutes.
Undoubtedly. In the first half, they tried but failed. But in the second half, we saw them forming together and playing as one unit to end up scoring a try. I think they should use the same skill. They should use the same momentum and go over.
And that should be the call now at the moment. Kandy are using their second string forwards. Charles, Praveen, can't say they're less experienced. They are also as capable as the first string of forwards. Yakub Ali, Ashan Darling and Charles Praveen combining. Expect Prasad Madhusankaru initiate the rolling maul. Here comes the ball from Mati Sarachandra.
Prasad now at the back. Transition is made. Spots the space. Twist and turns. Just had to stretch but misses out closely. Now Chatura Dilshan looking for options. Kandy defense on the fringes. Rizwan Mohammed passes the ball to Nishan Pereira, who scores in the far corner. So this is what they should have been doing all along, Insaf.
Nothing is lost so far. Do this for the next 15 minutes of play, and I think we are going to see, we will see an exciting 5 minutes of game time here at Nittawela. They should have been doing this long time back. Prasad Malsank is getting his lineouts right. He knows what to do. He's had loads of experience with him. But Samuel Madhuanta this time will need to get his conversion right.
So had they opted for a touch finder and in that previous penalty, instead of going for points, they could have ended up in a similar position as well. But nevertheless, they get what they were looking for.
There
and a crucial kick in for Samuel Madhuanta now.
Rizwan Mohammed saw the space, knew there was no player defending the short side. Finds Nishan Pereira, but defeat makes things difficult for Samuel Madhuanta. Has to clear 44 meters with the angle.
Quite a hard kick for Madhuanta. But he nails it inside, bisects the post and scores a wonderful conversion. So 15 points up now.
Samuel Madhuanta slowly but surely getting his rhythm back.
2 more scores and they could take the lead in this game. So still all not lost for CHNFC. Kandy, they'll have to be mindful as well. They're not leading by that 17-point gap they had earlier on.
I think that's the morale that CHNFC need to engulf in themselves. There you go. That was the kick from Madhuanta. Think that this game is not lost yet. So Sulashan Muttandri almost makes a fumble of the ball. Rizwan Mohammed has no option but to kick it out right into the clubhouse at Kandy Sports Club. And this is trouble for CHNFC.
I think Rizwan Mohammed should have held on to it, Insaf. Held on to it.
When you have 3 players coming on to you, the probability is to kick it out in a touch.
Yes, but you could have held on to the ball, secured possession, and then crash ball, formed a ball, and then given Madhuanta to clear the ball, just like from the restart.
Take a look at that. Dilush Dange chasing Srinath Surya Bandara. Also coming in, and here comes Kandy with the rolling maul. Still going Kandy. This time unlucky, referee says held up.
No, referee wants to have a word with his AR.
A little bit of argy-bargy with the forwards. There's been a confusion. I think referee wants to first get his assistant referee's verdict on the try.
I think that was a try for all money. Referee Priyantha Gunaratna showed his thumbs up, but I think Dilum Dishana, the referee, didn't spot that. But now the captains will have a word by the referee.
So there you go. 5th try coming in for Kandy Sports Club. Yaqub Ali scoring that try for Kandy. And by the looks of it, Kandy are here to take this game away from CHNFC.
Exactly what Kandy was looking for, Insaf. Just when you thought CH had a fighting chance, Kandy comes in with this rolling maul and just dismantles the CH defense line. Now Tharindra Ratwatta with another opportunity. So things looking good for Kandy Sports Club. Once again, back on scoring ways, maintaining their lead. Good pass there. Long cutout pass to Kavindu Pereira. Cuts back inside, runs laterally. Big hit on him by Gayan Veeraratne, but he gains good yardage. Kavindu has been instrumental whenever he has ball in hand. Referee stops play. Little bit of heating up, things heating up. The intensity is there. But Roshan Veeraratne is on the floor receiving some medical attention. And rightfully so, Matisha Sarath Chandra, who has not been the most disciplined player today, been sent off. Deserved yellow card for the man. Now Kandy with an opportunity to get out of jail. The fans are being riled up now. All riled up near the sin bin. The intensity is there. Yakub Ali goes safe to Jason Disanayaka. Suri to Tari. And now a big gap opening out wide for Kavindu Pereira, who has inside support. He cuts back inside. This could end up in a try, but he's just being held up there. Good tackle by Nisham Pereira. Roshan Veeraratne coming in support. Buena Gudangamwa bulldozing his way through. Now with momentum, with the numerical advantage, Kandy with an ideal opportunity to go on board and win themselves a penalty. Could have taken it quickly, but Veeraratne opts to slow down the play and take his own time.
Take a look at that run from Kavindu Pereira. Knew exactly what to do. Saw the spaces. Wonderful cutout pass coming in from Ratwata and then from Pereira. And here comes Kandy once again. Jason Disanayaka looking for that whitewash. Running laterally. Has numbers. Need to pass. Now Shabir Mohammed. Good tackle on him from Kari Evasam.
There was a knock forward there, but lucky to get away with that. Now Lavanga Pereira. No space for him. Gang tackled in the corner. They have to set things up once again. They're being pushed back, Kandy. Charles Praveen, brilliant running angle. Gains good yardage. Now Jason trying to bump off the defenders. Yakub Ali to Suri. Cuts inside, Tadil Chaturanga, scoring his second try. Wonderful work there by Kandy Sports Club. Stealing the game for sure now.
All-round performance coming in from Tadil Chaturanga. I think putting his hand up very clearly for Dialog View player of the match as well. But in the meantime, scoring his second try early on. I think he orchestrated that earlier break as well. I think he's been... in the absence, I think Boa has been a little bit quiet in terms of his playing style. Take a look at that. Surya Bandara saw space, saw Chaturanga just inside, cuts inside. Didn't expect that Nivanga Prasad that time. And that's the sixth try. And this game is done and dusted for Kandy Sports Club.
Definitely making use of that numerical advantage they have. The factor that CH couldn't do. CH couldn't capitalize on the numerical advantages they had. But Kandy showing everybody why they are a championship winning team.
I think today was a less of a lesser game for Ratwata and his normal players like Lavanga Pereira. But in the meantime, I think the other players have put their hand up. Tharani Chaturanga as Ratwata slots in 2 more points to extend his lead in the top point scorers list.
He's been a brilliant 100% success rate for him with the kicks today.
And credit should go to the other players as well. In fact, right now I think Shayan Patirana was also not included in today's team, but I think Chaturanga has put his hand up. He was not initially in the starting lineup in the first few games, but now Chaturanga is also giving trouble to the Kandy coaching staff.
Definitely. The fans getting quite engaged in today's game. A good collection once again by that man, Tharani Chaturanga. Has been his day as Ratwata now tried to feed in the ball, but a deliberate knock-on will give Kandy another penalty and another opportunity to go into opposition half.
73 minutes, nearing the last few minutes of play. It's also our time to name the Dialog View player of the match. We've seen wonderful contributions from Kandy Sports Club, but this man stood out of all of that. We scored the try scorer, 2 tries under his name, Tharani Chaturanga. He's my pick for the Dialog View player of the match.
Definitely, undoubtedly, only one man comes to my mind, and that's Tharani Chaturanga. He's put his hand up, he's dominated that flank position, and he's been all over the park today, making tackles, turning the ball over, scoring tries as well. So he will be Dialog View player of the match for today's game is Tharani Chaturanga.
I think Roshan Veeratna also had a decent game. He should be getting a commendation alongside Ratwata, but Ratwata, in his terms of playing, it was not good enough. So, Tharani Chaturanga, the Dialog View player of the match.
Not a clean line out, but nevertheless still with Kandy, and a great show and go there by Suri. Ratwata caught up in a big tackle by Gayan Veeraratne. Referee might go to his pocket once again.
I think that's not going to be good news. Lankesh Pereira. Not what he wanted to continue. So CH and FC down to 13 players, and they're at a very vulnerable stage. So Lankesh Pereira will not return to the game. And now Tharani Ratwata will look to kick this one as deep as he can. And that's exactly what he has done. Take a look at that.
What a kick in shaft. Pinpoint accurate there.
Might want to change our Dialog View player of the match.
No. Tharani Chaturanga has been quite the man today. So Yaqub Ali with another line out. Jason Dissanayake, the safest option. But the ball pops forward, and
it won't matter because the referee had advantage played in favor of Kandy.
Early engagement. Rather purposely collapsing the mole, I think.
So once again, Surya Bandara wants to go for the line out. Tried and tested Kandy.
So the battle of the brothers, the Veeraratne brothers, I think slowly slipping away. Not slowly, it's landsliding down.
It's blown out of proportion.
For Gayan Veeraratne.
Now Jason Dissanayake, a wonderful collection, very reliable jumper for Kandy Sports Club this entire game. Now the maul has been formed, ball has been transferred, and Sashika Javadana scores a wonderful try. We've seen Javadana score a numerous amount of tries in the last few minutes, and that's exactly what he's for, and that's exactly why he came into the field. And the experienced campaigner Sashika Javadana scores Kandy's 7th try.
So the big total we are looking for is coming up. I was talking to Naflan earlier, and we weren't happy with what Kandy pulled out in the first half, but come the second half, they're showing their true colours in Shaf.
Take a look at that. Buna Gurangama was not even needed. His services was not required on that rolling ball. CHNFC have clearly given up.
You can tell from their body language as well, and it's a 13-15 encounter, and I think Kandy have now bagged a victory.
So Kandy Sports Club running away with this one. CHNFC should be very glad to let the clock run out. And okay, that's done and dusted here at Nittawela, so it's time for them to decide and see what they have for the next week. It's not going to be an easy task for the Gymkhana Club boys.
So it's going to be a long ride back to Colombo. Starting the Ratwata looks to maintain his 100% success rate. Quite an angled kick, but brilliant stuff by Ratwata. And that'll be it. So a wonderful end to this game. Kandy Sports Club ending up victorious. 45 points to 15 with Tarindu Chaturanga emerging Dialog View player of the match for today with his wonderful performance. So the big total we were looking for is right there, 45 points.
Kandy Sports Club once again dominating their opponents. CHNFC had nothing to do there. There was a little resistance in the first half, but that's what Kandy are used to doing. They take a little bit time to get settled onto their game plan, and once it's done, I think there is no stopping Kandy Sports Club from there on. So comprehensively done, 45 points to 15. CHNFC have a lot of work to do. In the meantime, Kandy Sports Club giving an early indication of what a champion side is made of.
Definitely. Just after scoring 17 points in the first half, to come back and score another 4 tries and convert all of them, you have to be a team like Kandy.
So Kandy's highlights from the second half started off with a very successful note. Did not hold on to their ball, but in the meantime, the rolling ball came into play for Kandy, and the forwards combining to score that early break. Tarindu Ratwata continuing his kicking success.
But then tables turned a bit when Samuel Madhuwanta found success with his boot, and also the team found success as one unit when the forwards went through to score 2 tries through the rolling ball in a similar position, in similar style. Nishon Pereira getting his name on board as well, but things just didn't work for them from there on. Players not disciplined enough, 2 players being yellow carded, and the numerical advantage coming in for Kandy, and all worked out well for the home team.
I think you don't give gifts like that to Kandy Sports Club. You give something like that, they're going to definitely make best use of it. This was the try coming in from Yaqub Ali, change things around. I think this try sealed the deal for Kandy. There was some attack coming in from CH, but then this try from Yaqub Ali did the deal for Kandy Sports Club. 45 points, and then this break from Tarindu Chaturanga, I think, changed things around.
Definitely, that was the nail in the coffin for CHNFC. But what a performance from Kandy. They did not stop there. In the last minute, at the brink of full time, they still showed what they can do when Shashika Jayawardena went over to score the final try, and Tarindu Ratwata the icing on the cake with that wonderful conversion. So 45 points to 15 is how the game ended.
So there you go, that's the breakdown for the evening. 6 tries coming in from Kandy, all 6 converted. Tarindu Ratwata will maintain a 100% kicking record, 1 penalty coming in also, and in reply CHNFC just scored 2 tries, converted 1, got a penalty of Samuel Madhuwanta. That was just not enough for CHNFC to win this game.
And our Dialog View player of the match, Tarindu Chaturanga.
Taking a look at another exciting week. In the meantime, I think Kandy's worries have lessened with today's defeat of Police Sports Club. Police defeating, in fact, Navy defeating Police Sports Club, the second place team. Second place team. So that's going to be an interesting time for Police, CR, and Havelock as they fight for the second place in this Dialog Rugby League from the next few weeks.
Definitely, what a wonderful game we had this evening. That will be a wrap up from us here at Nittawela. If you enjoy the game, make sure You can catch more action on ThePapare.com in the coming weeks. Stay logged. Have a good night.
අලු සීටිකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
සර් සර්ගේ පේමන්ට් එක සෙටල් කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
සිලාන් පර්සනල් ලෝන් කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with the heart.
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහනේ.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම් සුදු.
අලු සීටිකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
සිලාන් පර්සනල් ලෝන් කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with the heart.
අපි කමිටුවක් පත් කරනවා. ඒ කමිටුවේ ප්‍රතිඵල ඔබතුමාලාට ළඟදිම ලැබෙන්න සලස්වනවා. තා මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද?
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?